When a guy from Taylor Guitars emails you and say, hey, we have special T5s, there's only 3 of them, Andy Powers has done some cool stuff, you could get one, what do you say? You say yes! And we have it, and we're going to tell you all about it, so stay tuned. Hey, you're watching Alamo Music TV. My name's Chris McKee.
And I'm Cooper Greenberg.
We're here with Alamo Music Center in San Antonio, Texas. You can find us online at alamomusic.com. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and like our videos. If you'd like to support the channel, visit our spring store link below for our customized t-shirts and other swag, and buy something, maybe this thing, because you'll probably want to. Someone's going to buy this, and the rest of us get to drool, but we have a very cool presentation T5z from Taylor Guitars, and everyone watching goes, I didn't know Taylor Guitars made a presentation T5z. They don't, but we have one. So very cool customized guitar. What do you know?
Well, the thing is, so I saw this come in the other day, and I was kind of like, what the heck is that? And Chris had mentioned it. It was sort of an elusive topic. And I opened it up, and of course everybody gathers around. I open up the case, very Pulp Fiction moment as you're talking, kind of the light hits you.
Yes.
Just even the top wood, immediately I knew. I was like, oh my God. Inlays and everything. We've gotten to see great PS14ce. Love the Presentation Series. Seems like we always, whenever we get them, they're gone too soon because I don't get too much of a chance to play them. This is something that I've never seen anything like it because there really hasn't been anything.
There's nothing. If you go to Taylor's website, this isn't in the series. This is one of 3, is my understanding, that were special guitars. And from what I gathered, basically this came from the wood that was available, and Andy Powers had this wood selected and then said, I'm going to make some very special T5s out of this. And this is what we ended up with. So we were fortunate enough to be one of 2 other dealers to have this available. And it's breathtaking. So effectively, it's a customized T5z with extremely stellar kind of exotic woods that are breathtaking. So you mentioned when you open it up from the get-go, you have this beautiful shimmering curly redwood top. And if you know anything about redwood, we've talked about redwood. I have a custom with a Sinker redwood top. We've had a lot of Sinker redwood on a lot of the presentation series that have come in and limited editions. You know, redwood, this kind of redwood particularly tends to be old growth stuff. It's very old trees cut down long ago, and you otherwise don't see this figuring that's available. So it's just, this wide band kind of V-shaped flame that's on there is really gorgeous. So that's where it starts with the body as far as the wood's concerned. That's framed in abalone because, of course, it's a presentation. And I don't know if this is going to show up as well on video, but there'll
be photos.
The body is figured sapele, and from what I can tell from it, this isn't in the spec sheet, and we talked about it before we started filming, I'm pretty sure it's a one piece because the flame is consistent across. I cannot see a book match line. Whatever it is, that's gorgeous. And then it's got a tightly flamed mahogany neck, which that's nuts.
It's crazy.
Have you ever seen flamed mahogany like that? It looks like maple.
Yeah, for sure. It's cool because the body, larger surface area, bigger kind of sort of flame, and then it tightens up as it gets to the headstock, ending in these Gotoh 510.
Antique gold 510s, my favorite tuner.
Yeah.
And of course it's a T5, so not only is this one of the most breathtaking guitars you'll see, it's also one of the most versatile guitars you'll ever play. So we've got the abalone Nouveau inlay that's typical of the Presentation Series on the neck. As I mentioned, abalone top border. We've got the abalone torch on the headstock. And then these beautiful bone bridge pins with, I can't remember the name of...
I'll put it in the description.
The pearl that's inlaid. It's not abalone. And I was going to say wasabi, and it's not that either.
But it's something like that.
But it is a polished, precious inlay that's there. So very, very beautiful.
And the gold, like on the pickup and the strap button and everything, and on the tuners, it's very subtle, but it brings out a really nice kind of gold in the wood itself. You know?
Well, it works with this because it's just a lot of warm hues and kind of a real warmth vibe that's coming out of it. I agree. I think chrome would not have worked.
Yeah.
And gold, I don't always like gold, but it really works.
It works on this. So the thing is, before we get to the demos, I think a lot of people out there probably need a little bit of a refresher on the pickups, I want you to go through, starting in that 5 position, but kind of tell us what's going on because there's a lot under the surface, and it'll kind of inform what you're about to hear on the demos.
Well, if you're not familiar with the T5 and the T5z, which is what we have here, the smaller, more popular brother in the group, because every family has one,
Yeah.
It is a thin line, 5-way switch equipped hybrid guitar. It does acoustic sounds and electric guitar sounds. It's been around for a number of years now, and I think 2006 maybe is probably when it was debuted initially. And it's a fantastic design. The thing I like about it is there's no modeling that's involved. It's just wood, steel, and smartly placed pickups. And so by utilizing the system, you can have a very natural acoustic tone, or you can have a plethora of electric sounds that in your demo shows you can just have a lot of versatility and a lot of use out of it. So let me take a look at it.
Yeah.
It's so light too. Like seriously, just watch me toss an expensive guitar in the air.
For all you guys that come into the store and they're like, I need something that's not going to kill my back.
Yeah.
It's probably the one for you.
We're talking to all those guys who message us saying, how heavy is this Strat? Listen, every Strat's going to be between 6.5 and 8 pounds. Every single one, period. If 6.5 is too heavy for you, get a T5. So
commanding presence.
So here's how it works. You've got 3 pickups on board and then a active preamp system. You have a pickup that's under the fretboard, which you can't see. It's basically like a stacked humbucker, similar to this, it looks like a little lipstick pickup from Dan Electro. It's not. It's also a little thin stacked humbucker, so there's no hum. And so you have those 2, and then you have a body sensor right down here. When you're in the first position, that body sensor and the neck pickup are on, and you have a very acoustic tone. You can tap on the top, and it's picking up all that vibration, in this case, of the redwood, which is really nice. And of course, you've got your volume control with a detent, and then you have detents on treble and bass, and these are active. So you can think of it as you have a midline. If you want to scoop the mids, you turn both up. It'll peak your treble and your bass. It'll scoop the mids. If you want to pronounce the mids, you turn them both down, and you can mess with them. So that's your acoustic tone. And then the next position on through gives you different electric sounds. The second position, or the fourth position, depending upon where you're starting, is going to be just the neck pickup. So it's kind of a solid body Strat pickup sound. The middle position, or third, is going to be just your bridge pickup, which I said is a humbucker. It's not a really fat humbucker, but it's got some nice good lead tones, particularly with overdrive. Position 4 is both in parallel. Now, Taylor used to say that this sounded a lot like kind of like a 50s or 40s hollow body, kind of a Gretsch actual, big body hollow body. It's a great kind of wide sound. And then the 5th position is my favorite for like lead tones because it's both in series. So you have it gain staging one another, and you have this really nice, fat, crunchy lead tone. But you can demonstrate that it works really well on clean and overdriven, which has always been a fantastic aspect of this platform.
Yeah. So let's take a listen. We're going to do some clean sounds through the Hot Rod Deluxe, for the electric sounds. Then we also have it run direct. So you'll be able to kind of tell what's your direct acoustic tone, what's your electric tone, and then sans acoustic tone, we're doing some overdrive as well. Just amp overdrive. It can sound good. You know who I'm talking to if you don't think that a Hot Rod Deluxe overdrive can sound good. It can sound good. So let's check it out.
So you see there, we weren't lying when we said versatile. It is potentially, arguably, the most versatile guitar that's on the market. I know there's other hybrids that are out there, and the one that looms large is the Acoustasonic. And I've always said that these two companies have approached this from different standpoints.
Yeah.
This is coming from an acoustic guitar company, not an electric guitar company, and you get a great acoustic sound and then a bunch of different electric sounds. And I really like that versatility. You know what? Maybe because I tend to play electric more in a live setting, I actually prefer having more electric sounds.
Yeah.
And having an actual, honest neck pickup sound from an electric guitar, which is what this is.
Yeah.
And then being able to switch and have that body sensor turn on. Mm-hmm. And what you listened to is the acoustic sound direct into the system, but you can dial that in so well with like either an acoustic guitar amp or a PA system. Mm-hmm. So ideally, if you are intrigued by T5s, now this is the most beautiful one I think I've ever seen, but all T5s have this system. You buy a T5, you get a PA, electric guitar amp, or even kind of a effects box sitting on the floor, mm-hmm. like a Boss multi-effects, or a AB box. Like, you can accomplish just about any sound that you need with one of these. And if it's this particular one, it's really beautiful while you do it.
Yeah, for sure. The thing is, so we have this one. Also, we get another T5s, T5zs. We recommend you come in here and you play it through both an acoustic amp and an electric amp. Hear the difference because it is versatile. But my favorite thing about these guitars, and especially this one just because of the looks, but the guitar in general, since it's, like you said, smartly placed pickups, it's not modeling technology, there is a certain kind of signature T5Z sound.
Yeah.
I mean, like, every pickup configuration makes it sound different, every place in the switch, but you still get this very nice, warm, rounded tone that I really enjoy. And I liken it to, you have pedals and a nice amp, that's going to be some true tone, versus a multi-effects processor or a modeling amp. They do similar things, but you get a very different result. So it's cool to have a guitar that has an overarching, nice tone, and then get to have some options within there.
That's a great point, because I think a lot of things are trying to sound like something else. And we often describe the positions on this with reference points, but it doesn't sound like a Strat or like a Tele. It sounds like a T5 in the neck position. Yeah. And I think that's a really good thing.
Yeah.
So good point. The headline on this is probably this. This is arguably the prettiest T5Z I've ever seen in my life.
How is that arguable?
Well,
I know you've seen some nice ones.
I've seen some really beautiful stuff, but this probably takes the cake. It is an absolutely gorgeous.
Are you talking about the denim one?
No, I remember going to the Taylor factory and seeing some really cool stuff that they had there. Some of the custom events they've had have had some cool stuff. I don't think I've ever seen such tightly packed flame in a neck before. And I mean, just every part. Usually there's a guitar, it's like one part of it is stunning.
Yeah.
Every part of this guitar is stunning.
For sure.
You know what I mean? So it's like there's not a bad angle, so to speak.
Yeah.
So.
It's hard to beat the look of redwood because to me it signals presentation series. Mm. So we get these nice PS14ce in. I love the redwood on those, Synchro redwood and stuff. This, it's just kind of the aesthetic lets you know immediately this is presentation series. It's awesome.
So yeah, Andy did a good job selecting the wood on this for sure. So this is a very special guitar. Like I said, it's one of 3. It comes with a beautiful case, a certificate of authenticity, and it is not inexpensive. But if you'd like more information about this guitar, you can head to our website. Where do they want to go, Cooper?
Dude, I'm trying to remember. I think it's alamomusic.com. You gotta go.
I'm trying to prep you every single week to remember the website.
The thing is, I forget where we are every time.
It's okay. We'll give you. There's a vitamin you can take for that. It's Rocky Balboa or something.
I'm not sure I understand the reference.
It's something like that. It's Ginkgo, Rocky Balboa, but I forget. Anyway, it's supposed to help you with your memory. So if you'd like more information about this, you go to our website, alamomusic.com. You can check this out. You can also shop the other T5Zs that we have in stock because there's a whole range of them. And if you were intrigued by the sounds that this one offers and you think, you know what, I can't get the presentation version, as beautiful as it is, but I need that in my rig, that would simplify my life a lot. Guess what? We can help you at just about almost every price point. They're quite affordable for what they are. So
Yeah.
anyways, that's where you need to go. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications, like our videos, and keep coming back for more. I always say at the end of the day, the very best guitar in the world is the one that you make Andy Powers go chop down the tree and select the woods for and craft special for you. No, it's actually the one that you're playing. But if you're playing this, you look good while you're doing it. Even if you look bad, the guitar looks good. So keep playing. We'll see you next time.